Have you ever pondered the apparent contradiction in the Bible where Jacob claims to have seen God face to face, yet John adamantly states that no one has ever seen God? Well, it's not as contradictory as it seems when you delve into the context and language of the scriptures. Let's take a journey through the pages of the Bible, starting with Genesis 32:30. Here, Jacob declares, "I have seen God face to face, and my life is preserved." Now, fast forward to John 1:18, where John writes, "No one has seen God at any time." Seems conflicting, right? But let's dig a bit deeper. The key to understanding this apparent contradiction lies in the Hebrew language, the original language of the Old Testament. In Hebrew, the phrase face to face is panim el panim, which is more a figure of speech than a literal description. It implies a close encounter or an intimate interaction, not necessarily a physical sighting. When Jacob says he saw God face to face, he is expressing that he had a personal, intimate encounter with God. He wrestled with a man whom he later understood to be God in some form, not God in his full glory and essence. This is a theophany, an appearance or manifestation of God that is tangible to the human senses. On the other hand, when John says no one has seen God at any time, he is referring to God in his absolute, unfiltered essence. In his divine nature, God is spirit, invisible, and incomprehensible to the human eye. John is stating that no one has seen God in his full glory and holiness. So these two scriptures are not in contradiction. They are discussing different aspects of God's interaction with humanity, one as a tangible manifestation, the other in his divine nature. In essence, Jacob had a close personal encounter with a manifestation of God, while John is asserting that no one has seen God in his full divine nature. So next time you come across seemingly contradictory texts in the Bible, remember to consider the context, the language, and the cultural understandings of the time. You'll find that the Bible, in its magnificent complexity, is a harmonious and unified book. Feel the joy of understanding the Word of God more deeply. Share this enlightenment with others and help them to appreciate the true essence of the Holy Scriptures. And don't forget to subscribe to the Closer to God channel for more insightful discussions. Until next time, continue to seek truth and understanding in the Word of God. Our journey towards understanding doesn't end with Jacob. Let's delve into other biblical figures who had profound encounters with God. Firstly, there's Moses. Remember the burning bush in Exodus 3? Moses wasn't just faced with a miraculously non-consuming fire, but he was also in the presence of God himself. This was a divine encounter that led Moses on a path to lead the Israelites out of Egypt. Next, we have Isaiah. In the book of Isaiah, chapter 6, he vividly describes his vision of God's glory in the temple. This encounter was so powerful, it left Isaiah humbled and eager to serve God's purpose. Lastly, let's not forget about Paul. Once a persecutor of Christians, he encountered Jesus in a life-altering event on the road to Damascus, as detailed in Acts 9. This event not only led to his conversion, but also set him on a path to become one of the most influential apostles. These encounters, my friends, further illustrate the different ways God interacts with humanity. Each one unique, each one powerful, and each one leading to a deeper understanding of God's divine nature and his plan for us. Voiceover. As we continue our exploration, let's take a moment to delve into some fascinating facts related to these divine encounters, or theophanies as they are often called. The term theophanies comes from the Greek words theos, meaning God, and phanon, meaning to show. This term signifies the instances where God revealed himself to humanity in a visible form. The burning bush that Moses encountered serves as a perfect example of a theophany. The bush, though aflame, was not consumed by the fire, symbolizing God's inexhaustible and ever-present nature. This divine encounter was a pivotal moment in Moses' life, setting him on the path to lead the Israelites out of Egypt and towards freedom. Then we have Paul, originally a fervent persecutor of Christians. After his encounter with Jesus on the road to Damascus, he underwent a radical transformation. This divine encounter not only led to his conversion, but also set him on a journey to become one of the most influential apostles in history. These facts add another layer of depth to our understanding of God's interactions with humanity. They demonstrate that God reveals himself in various forms, each encounter unique, and each one aimed at guiding us towards his divine purpose. As we delve further into these divine encounters, we gain a deeper understanding of their meaning and significance in our own spiritual journey. A voiceover. As we draw closer to the end of our exploration, let's wrap up with some fascinating facts from the Bible that connect with our discussion today. A point to note is that the term theophany is not actually used in the Bible. Nonetheless, it's a term widely accepted and used by theologians to describe these divine appearances. One such profound encounter was that of Jacob. After wrestling with a mysterious figure, whom he later understood to be God, Jacob named the place Peniel, which translates to face of God. This encounter was a turning point in Jacob's life, leading him to reconcile with his estranged brother Esau and to accept his new name, Israel, given by God himself. Similarly, Moses also had a face-to-face encounter with God, as described in Exodus 33:11. This intimate interaction between Moses and God underpins the unique relationship they shared, one that was marked by deep trust, obedience, and mutual respect. These facts further illustrate the depth and richness of the Bible's narrative and its exploration of divine encounters. They remind us that each encounter with God is unique, transformative, and a testament to His omnipresence and active participation in the lives of those who seek Him. As we continue our quest for understanding, let's ponder on these divine encounters and the profound impact they have had on the course of history and our individual spiritual journeys. Voiceover. Let's delve into the intensity of God's divine brightness and its impact on those who encounter Him. The Bible, in Exodus 34:29-35, narrates an intriguing account of Moses, whose face began to shine after he spoke with God. This shining face was a physical manifestation of the overwhelming brightness of God's glory. However, it's worth noting that this divine brightness is too intense for humans to face directly. As stated in 1 Timothy 6:16, God dwells in unapproachable light, whom no one has ever seen or can see. This unfathomable divine brightness symbolizes the supreme power, purity, and wisdom of God, which is beyond human comprehension. But what's more fascinating is the transformation of those who encounter God face to face. Like Moses, their lives take on a new direction, and they undergo profound spiritual changes. They emerge with renewed purpose, strength, and understanding, serving as vessels for God's divine purpose on earth. These encounters with God's radiant glory not only illuminate the divine, but also transform those who experience them. As we journey through the scriptures, these encounters serve as a beacon, guiding us towards a deeper understanding of the divine and its profound impact on our lives.